Okay, let's set the scene a bit. Imagine a Roman emperor, right at the absolute height of his power.
Yeah, leading one of the biggest empires the world had ever seen at that point.
Exactly. You might picture him like planning battles or making grand speeches, but picture this instead. That same guy, alone in his tent, maybe under the stars, just writing.
Scribbling away his deepest, most private thoughts, not state secrets or strategies.
No, nothing like that. Just these raw personal reflections. For himself, really.
And that man was Marcus Aurelius. Those private notes, they became what we now call meditations. And what's so striking is it's not a book about conquering others.
Not at all. It's really a kind of guide to conquering yourself. Meditations digs deep into finding calm when everything's chaotic, being kind when people are cruel.
And leading with integrity, right, especially when things are tough.
Absolutely. So in this deep dive, we're going to journey through the core ideas of meditations. We want to sort of distill that ancient wisdom for today.
Yeah, pull out those key insights that are just, well, incredibly relevant still. It's almost surprising how much they resonate now.
It really is. So by the end of this, you'll have a really good handle on this classic work. We'll unpack how to manage your inner world, find purpose, and face challenges with, what's the word? Equanimity.
That calm steadiness, yeah. Even when things are falling apart around you. So let's get started.
Okay. Where do we begin?
Well, right at the heart of it all, I think, is this powerful idea. You control your mind. Marcus constantly reminds himself and us that, look, you can't always control what happens out there.
Right, the external stuff.
But you absolutely can control how you respond to it.
That feels pretty radical, doesn't it? He's that famous line, something like, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength.
Exactly. And what's key there is the idea that our suffering often comes not from the event itself, but from our judgment about it.
Okay, but how do you actually do that?
Right.
When things feel genuinely overwhelming, that's the hard part.
It is. Pain, anger, fear. These often rush in when we let external things dictate our internal state. Marcus suggests the first step is, well, relentlessly training your mind.
Training it how?
By observing your thoughts, kind of stepping back from them without immediate judgment, then consciously choosing where you put your attention. It's like stopping those automatic, unhelpful reactions in their tracks.
Okay, so start with the mind. Then once you're working on that, Marcus talks a lot about living according to nature. Now, that doesn't mean, like, going off grid. Right?
No, definitely not abandoning society or anything like that. For Marcus, nature meant living with reason, with virtue, and importantly, in harmony with the whole.
A whole meaning?
Meaning understanding that humans are rational beings, so reason should guide us, but also that we're part of a bigger picture, a community, a cosmos even.
Ah, so it's not just about my own little world, but my role within the system, like that line he has.
Which one?
What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee.
Precisely. That sums it up perfectly. Acting selfishly is, in a way, acting against our own interconnected nature. Serving others, acting justly, looking out for the common good that's fulfilling our purpose.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Are my actions just about me, or do they benefit the wider beehive?
It's a constant check-in, really.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Something many people struggle with. Death. Marcus mentions it quite a bit in Meditations, but differently. Not with dread.
Right. He approaches it with this almost stark clarity. He keeps reminding himself it's natural, it's inevitable, it's not something to actually fear.
He says, it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live.
Exactly that. It flips the focus, doesn't it? Don't waste energy fearing the end. Use that energy to live fully right now.
Yeah. It's like he's saying your time is limited. Why sweat the small stuff or get lost in anxiety? He sees death almost like falling asleep, just a natural return.
And that perspective is meant to create urgency. Don't put off living according to your values. Don't wait. Your time is finite, so act with intention, be honest, love openly, make it count.
Which leads perfectly into another huge Stoic idea. Controlling what you can, accepting what you can. Marcus himself, talk about chaos, wars, plagues, betrayal.
Political pressure, immense responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, his world was anything but calm externally.
Yet his whole internal focus was on staying steady.
The classic example. We can't stop it from raining.
Right.
But we can choose to carry an umbrella. Marcus basically says, don't waste energy cursing the rain or arguing with people who won't listen. Just focus on your own purpose and actions.
So it's not weakness, this acceptance. It's actually profound inner strength.
Absolutely. The real power isn't in trying to bend the world to your will, because often you can't.
Yeah.
It's in mastering your own responses.
And that mastery comes through practice.
Right.
Daily practice of virtue.
Exactly. For Marcus, philosophy wasn't just something to think about, it was something to do. Every day was a chance to practice honesty, courage, self-control, forgiveness, wisdom.
He literally tells himself, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. It's so direct.
It cuts through all the noise, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gossip, chasing status, wanting more stuff. He saw that none of that brings real, lasting satisfaction.
So it does.
Character. Simply put, the real question at the end of the day is, did I act with integrity? Was I fair? Did I help someone? That's the stuff that matters.
And alongside integrity, he really pushes for kindness, even when it's hard.
Yeah, and for him, kindness isn't being a doormat. It's about patience, forgiveness, compassion, even towards people who are, frankly, being difficult or cruel.
He has that great line, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury.
Right. People will let you down, they'll insult you, whatever it is, but he's saying don't let their behavior corrupt yours. Stay true to your own standards. Be the example.
That reframes kindness as a form of power almost. Strength. It shows you're not just reacting emotionally, you're maintaining your inner control.
Your inner sovereignty, exactly, regardless of what's happening outside.
Okay, yeah, connecting back to what you said about time. He reflects a lot on how fast everything passes. Moments, people, achievements, they all fade.
But again, he doesn't seem to find this depressing. He uses it as fuel.
Just so.
It fuels his focus. He has that stark reminder, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think.
Wow, that's intense.
Yeah.
But it's not about being morbid, is it?
Not at all. It's about urgency. Don't delay living your values. Don't postpone joy or kindness. Don't get bogged down in trivial things that won't matter.
Because your time is limited. Spend it well.
Work intentionally, speak honestly, love openly. That's how you make life count.
And what's really interesting, especially for an emperor, is how little stock he puts in fame or what other people think.
Yeah, you'd think someone in his position would be all about legacy and approval.
But he saw right through it. Titles, applause, status. He knew it was all temporary. You'll be gone, mostly forgotten. So why tie your happiness to it?
He puts it so well. Ambition means tying your well-being to what other people say or do. Sanity means tying it to your own actions.
That's powerful. Live for your own values. Judge yourself by your own efforts and character, not by fickle opinions.
Do the right thing even if nobody notices. That's the core of it.
So, okay, we've got all these big ideas. Control your mind, live with virtue, accept what you can't change, be kind, focus on the now. How do you actually integrate all this? Is there a practical starting point?
Well, one really concrete instruction he gives is simply be present. Train yourself to focus your attention right here, right now, this moment.
Not yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's anxieties.
Exactly. The past is done. The future isn't here yet. But this present moment, your breath, your current choice, your attitude right now, that's what you actually have control over.
Confine yourself to the present.
Each day is a new chance. It's not about achieving some perfect state of Zen overnight. It's just about showing up for your life right now, being awake to it. That's where peace starts.
And one last point, maybe surprisingly for the most powerful man in the world, humility.
He constantly reminded himself that power is temporary, success is fleeting. He knew he wasn't inherently better than anyone else.
How did he frame that?
He saw the commonality. We're all born, we all experience challenges, we all die. So he warns against pride. Be grateful, learn from others, admit when you're wrong, keep trying to improve. That's true leadership.
So bringing this all together for us today, Meditations isn't just some dusty old book. It feels more like a practical blueprint.
A blueprint for inner peace, for resilience, especially when the world feels chaotic, which, let's face it, it often does.
Yeah. And remember, Marcus wrote this stuff during wars, plagues, immense uncertainty.
Exactly. But his core message rings just as true now. The power to live well, to act justly, to stay calm, it's not out there. It's in here.
Within each of us. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. What if you tried practicing just one of these ideas today? Maybe focusing on being present or choosing kindness when it's tough or accepting something you can't change. How might that one small shift affect your day?
It's a great question to ponder. And look, if this deep dive has got you curious about exploring meditations more, or maybe other audiobooks and podcasts on philosophy, or, well, anything else.
There's a link right in the description.
Yep. Click that link. You can subscribe to Audible and get your first month totally free. There's a huge range of stuff on there to explore.